Um, my my tax exempt foundation is called TAWA, Toward a Working America. TAWA. It's a new direction toward a working America. So I got a plan to make it work in rural areas, very rural. The government owns some 450 million acres of land. A large percentage of that is Indian reservation and national parks. But more than half of it is considered marginal use land. They lease it out to companies like Peabody because they might find coal or uranium or gold. But there's so much better use for that land. 80% of our population live on 3% of our land. You urbanites, don't you get tired of it? I hate cities. I just feel so claustrophobic. And I think it's madness. The kind of money they're going to spend retrofitting old buildings that were never built with energy conservation in mind. So you can't redesign the envelope. It's an envelope. It was made and it's done. That money would be so better spent creating new places to live. And particularly, nobody wants immigrants in their town, their city. I'll take them. We'll put them to work building rammed earth homes on government land that we are going to eventually make the American dream for landowners. Early adapters, so to speak, that go out and build rammed earth homes and build industrial buildings for fuel cell energy production, a seawater reservoir that will be a leaching pond for losing most of its salt, and then that brackish water we convert to hydrogen. And we can do that with solar energy. And we need to do it now. We need to at least start putting the logistics together. And that's what I'm trying to get funding for my Tawa Foundation. People ask me, you really think you're going to change the way the world works? All I could say is, when I meet my maker, I want to have said I died trying. And I keep trying. Because the change is close. I can smell it. Japan wants to be the first country to transition from a petroleum-based economy to a hydrogen-based economy. And New Mexico, the governor there, who was just reelected, wants New Mexico to be the first state to transition to a hydrogen-based economy. And that'll start at the infrastructure level. Buses, trains, transportation vehicles. But that's where it begins. And then we'll have developed adopted a way to make hydrogen safe even in residential transportation. I mean, we already have ways, but we're going to find better ways. We could make hydrogen so it's totally non-combustible as a bond with another alloy metal, and it becomes, like, for example, iron titanium hydride. It's not combustible in that state, but you add a little heat, like you have a little heatilator coil, and it releases some of the hydrogen. So, and eventually you can release all the hydrogen in a solid state tank like that. But there's going to be better ways, I'm sure. We call that the Hindenburg paranoia syndrome. The Hindenburg paranoia syndrome is where people think because the Hindenburg was a hydrogen balloon, that's what killed so many people. But the fact is, the people that knew how these gondolas were designed, if you stayed in the gondola, if the hydrogen was burning, you would have a slow, maybe sometimes a more rapid descent. But if you jump out because of the flames above you that are burning straight up, which are not going to harm you, but if they scare you enough to jump out, you die. And that's who died. People that had no idea what was going on, they were just passengers, and they freaked out when they saw the burst of flames and they jumped out of the window and died. People that stayed in the gondola, most of them, got a few scratches or a broken arm or two, but, because the last few seconds of the descent were a little more rapid, so they took a good bounce, but that's all. And they could walk away. That's the Hindenburg paranoia syndrome. I don't recommend airships full of hydrogen unless you're transporting it. So you can make it at the seashore, wherever that may become, and transport that hydrogen to burn as a fuel. We just need the technology. So anyway, this is a new song. It's part of my new social commentary series. Everyone that I know wants a safe place to go, to live on, with no crime in the street, enough good food to eat, to live on. Divided we fall, united we stand. If we all do our part and stick to the plan, nectar of love, it's the nature of man. Live on, live on. Glaciers break away, our beaches decay. Hold on, hold on. And time spins away like a damn hurricane. Hold on, hold on. survive. Something like that. I haven't finished the arrangement yet. Randy could do that. Huh, Randy? Oh, I forgot. I got a remote button. This is cool. Watch.